In a distant forest, deep within a vast sea of green trees, lived a wide array of creatures, from birds soaring high in the sky to animals racing across the ground. They all shared the natural beauty of the forest and coexisted within its nurturing embrace. Among these creatures, however, was a very special little bat named Bart. Unlike the other animals, Bart felt lonely because neither the birds nor the beasts truly accepted him as one of their own. During the day, Bart hung upside down in the shadows of a cave to rest, and at night, he flew silently under the stars, gliding through the corners of the forest like a ghost. Bart often felt confused and didn't understand why he wasn't fully considered a bird or a beast. The birds, who always soared in the sunlight, would often mock him. "You have wings. Why don't you fly during the day like us? Are you afraid of the light?" they would say. On one occasion, the birds even teased him further. "Bart, you're supposed to be a bird since you have wings, but you only appear at night. What a strange bird you are." Bart never felt like he belonged among the daytime birds. He preferred the quiet stillness of the forest under the night sky. Yet, when the night fell and the beasts emerged to roam, they too would deny Bart as one of their own. "You have teeth and fur like us, marks of a beast. But you can fly. What are you, really?" the beasts would ask. Bart didn't fit into the world of the birds, nor could he find a sense of belonging among the beasts, which left him feeling isolated and lost. He began to question where he truly belonged or if he even had a place in the world at all. Days passed, and Bart continued his solitary flights through the night. Sometimes, he would look down at the busy birds of the day and the nocturnal creatures wandering the forest, feeling conflicted and torn inside. Bart attempted to connect with both groups, but each time, he found himself rejected by both sides. One day, there was a major development in the forest. An important piece of news spread quickly. The peace between the birds and the beasts had been shattered, and a great war was about to break out between them. The two groups had been quarreling over a rich, fertile piece of land deep in the forest. This land, abundant with food and resources, was crucial to both the birds and the beasts. The birds wished to protect the fruits and seeds that grew there, while the beasts believed that the grass and water were rightfully theirs. Unable to resolve the conflict peacefully, both sides decided that war was the only way to settle the dispute. When Bart heard the news, he was filled with anxiety. He didn't know which side he should choose. After all, he had wings like the birds, but he also had teeth and fur like the beasts. Bart thought to himself, "If I join the birds, maybe they'll accept me since I can fly. But if I join the beasts, I have every right to do so, because I share their physical traits." He worried deeply, fearing that whichever side he chose, he would end up being rejected. In the end, Bart decided to remain neutral, keeping a close watch on what would unfold. The war soon erupted. The birds' airborne forces dominated the sky, showcasing their incredible speed and agility, while the beasts formed a powerful ground army, relying on their strength and unity to face their adversaries. The battle was fierce and brutal, with countless creatures caught in the crossfire. The entire forest became consumed by fear and unrest as the two sides clashed relentlessly. After several days of fighting, one of the bird leaders, a mighty eagle, flew to Bart's cave and spoke to him. "Bart, you have wings, which makes you one of us. We need your help to fight against the beasts. Join us and help protect this forest." The eagle's voice was firm, filled with authority and confidence. Bart hesitated. He knew he had wings, but he also knew he was not like these daytime flyers. He wasn't sure if he truly belonged among the birds. Cautiously, Bart replied, "I need to think about it. After all, this war affects all of us." The eagle nodded and flew away. Bart felt uneasy, his mind racing as he tried to figure out what to do. Just as he was pondering the situation, the leader of the beasts, a fearsome lion, came to Bart's cave as well. The lion's deep, resonant voice commanded respect. "Bart, your teeth and fur tell us that you are one of us. Join our side and help us defeat those flighty birds. We need your strength." Bart felt even more conflicted. He had the traits of a beast, yes, but he could also fly, which set him apart from them. Unsure of where he truly fit, Bart said to the lion, "I need to think about it. This is a major decision." So, Bart continued to postpone his choice. When the birds gained the upper hand in the battle, Bart would fly to them, saying, "Look, I have wings. I'm one of you." But when the beasts began to dominate the fight, Bart would fly to their side, telling them, "I have teeth and fur like you. I belong with you." However, no matter how Bart tried to navigate between the two groups, both eventually saw through his behavior. The birds, disappointed in him, said, "Bart, you're not a real bird. We don't need someone as disloyal as you." Meanwhile, the beasts, now suspicious of him, declared, "You're not one of us. You're just a flying creature, we can't trust you anymore." In the end, after a long and bloody conflict, the birds and beasts reached a peace agreement. They decided to share the resources of the forest once again and coexist as they had before. But Bart, having played both sides and shown his lack of loyalty, found himself entirely rejected by both groups. He could no longer fly freely with the birds, nor could he run with the beasts. Bart was left utterly alone, forced to live in solitude, flying silently in the night and avoiding the gaze of all other creatures. From that day on, Bart was never accepted by either side. He lived a lonely life, only emerging under the cover of darkness. He could no longer enjoy the warmth of the sun with the birds or the camaraderie of the beasts at night. This brought him a deep sense of regret and sorrow, and he realized that his indecision and attempts to please both sides had led him to lose everything. He had no home and no true companions. This story teaches a valuable lesson. In life, we cannot always try to please everyone or waver between different choices. Each of us must make our own decisions and stay true to our beliefs. Those who lack conviction and try to play both sides will ultimately lose the trust of others and, worse, lose themselves. Only by standing firm in our principles can we gain the respect and acceptance we seek. The tale of Bart the Bat became a well-known fable in the forest, passed down through generations as a warning to all creatures about the dangers of indecision and disloyalty. And the sight of Bart flying alone under the moonlight served as a reminder of the price one pays for trying to be everything to everyone. Do you still like today's story? If you like, please remember to subscribe to this channel and click the like icon. You can receive notifications and hear the latest stories as soon as possible. Good night, my baby.